Well, folks, welcome to another edition of the Pyrate Round. This is an episode that we hadn't planned, but we decided to do it just because, well, we keep talking about something.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. And before every episode of the Pyrate Round, we always try to do a toast.
We try to.
I don't think we've actually missed too many. But,
Have we failed to do it yet?
We might have just
twice.
one or two. But anyway, this is to friends not here, friends that we've lost, friends not met,
True.
and
Any other friends?
any other friends. And hopefully we have lots of friends. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, stab it, shoot it, throw ye boarding axe at it, do whatever you need to do. Spread the word. Kristen, once again, thank you very much for all the hard work.
Thank you.
To many of the others who follow us, and this day in pirate history, and the Pirate of the Week, and of course the YouTuber channel.
Yeah.
Thank you all for following us. Spread the word. Look for some giveaways in the future. We may have some that we just talked about, and we may have some more in the future. So anyway, yar har.
Yar.
So time and time again, we've talked about the rum,
We have.
and we talk about lots of rums.
No.
We talk about
We talk a lot about rums, which is part of what the Pirate Round is about.
It is.
When we started the Pirate Round, the captain and I, a little bit of back history here. It was initially we were going to do nothing but rum reviews, and we started
all of
thinking
them
about
in one day.
all of them in one day, all the rums in the world in one day. Boy, that's a lot of rums. And anyway, we started talking about the name. What do we want to call this channel? And the captain came up with the Pirate Round. Now, there's many reasons why we call it the Pirate Round. One is well, we don't have a round table, but it's a discussion. And what do you have in a discussion? You have a round table.
True.
The second is that's what some of the pirates did, like Avery and Two
They
and
sailed the pirate
Christopher
round.
Conduit. They sailed the Pirate Round from the New World all the way around the tip of Africa into the Indian Ocean to attack the Mughal fleets, and then back home again, whether it be to England or to the New World.
True.
And the third was to have a round of drinks, which we do quite often, and we hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Many episodes have been lost because of rum.
Somehow, rum was involved.
Rum is always involved.
mistakes.
Rum is the answer. Rum is the key. Rum is the drink that'll set you free. Quoting Little Storm.
The cause of and solution to a lot of
That's
our
right.
many problems.
We love our rum. We so dearly love our rum. When Captain and I first started doing pirates and we started drinking rums, we gave a rum to a friend, and that's where we started drinking rums, and we never expected to become rum connoisseurs in
really.
such a way.
No.
But anyway,
My liver is surprised.
that's right. We do these things and we have a lot of fun and we have a lot of laughs, and we're half tipsy by the time we're done. But we have a lot of fun. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about a rum here that I've got in my hand.
Oh,
that's
boy.
called Kirk and Sweeney 23 year.
Kirk and Sweeney 23.
This is the epitome
Yar.
of rums as far as we have ever found. And you got to say that the bottle is pretty damn cool too.
Boy, it's
Nice bottle.
You've got this bottle of it looks like the island of the Caribbean, and you got Kirk and Sweeney,
The big fat onion
Santiago.
bottle there.
Compass Rose.
De las
With a-
Caballeros DB 23 years.
Yar.
They have some other ones. I think it's a 15 and an 18.
Yar,
Would
they
it
do.
be this one? 20?
This is the
This is
23.
23.
This is the cream de la creme.
This is the cream of the crop.
And it's not a cheap rum. I think you pay about 55 to 60 coins.
here. It's about 45 to 50 coins.
I thought it was about 55 to 60 because I remember buying this many times. But
That's true.
And it's got a nice Jamaican sloop on the side.
Yar.
Nice.
3-badge mixology, imported. Let's see, and bottled by 3-badge beverage company.
Well, the Kirk and Sweeney, I believe, was the name of a ship that was a rum-running ship
Yes, Dominican Republic.
that would take rum up to the United States there from the Caribbean. And it was called the Kirk and Sweeney, I think. And it was a ship, a
Right,
fast-moving...
here it is. Here's the story.
Oh, here
In
you
the
go.
spirit of the rum-running schooner Cook and Sweeney,
Oh, see a schooner.
this rum is well worth pursuing.
Boy.
Looking at its deep amber and iridescent copper color, it's clear. This 23-year-old rum is uniquely charming. Its nose teases with tasty dried fruits and a hint of honey and toffee, while the taste delights throughout the evolving sensation of fruit, vanilla, and sherry. And I will say, it definitely has a little bit of a sherry.
And
Yes,
those
it
be the
does.
flavors that you taste. That not be what they add to the rum. The
Right.
rum be just the rum. It's not
Yeah.
spiced rum.
Yeah.
And it comes with a nice
Yeah,
cork.
that's
Now-
an important. That's a very important part to make there, Captain Turner, because it's not that they've infused it with anything.
No.
That's already in the rum.
Those would just be the natural flavors you get from processing and making the rum. This would be a Dominican rum. It says Santiago de los Caballeros. So this is a Santiago rum,
Right.
or a,
Now-
Dominican rum.
This
Have you
is a
been
rum.
to Dominica?
No, I have not been to Dominica.
You've been to many places though.
Yeah,
So Kirk and Sweeney is a rum that we like to use for celebration, and cheering, you know. And
Pour it
it's-
out. Oh, that's so good.
You say when?
When? Look at that.
jar.
Yeah,
You say
it's
when
worth
too.
every drop, folks. Look at that dark amber color there, so
When, that'd
deep,
be good, thank you.
iridescent and dark.
Ooh, that smells very nice.
Oh, that's good. We grade
As I
most
say-
of our rums against this, and we say, well, it's not quite as good as Kirk and Sweeney. It's not quite as sharp as Kirk and Sweeney.
Kirk and Sweeney and Bumbu are my two favorite rums,
Yeah.
and it's the two that I will rate everything. You'll hear me all the time talking about.
Yeah.
Now I'll hold this up. You see that nice fine
Yeah,
color. It's
it's
not
very-
overly dark. It's not watery like.
But it's a dense red.
Right.
It's a
Reddish
brown
amber.
color. Yeah,
very
amber
nice.
color there.
I like the color.
Yeah.
And it's got
It
such
smells
a
not-
nice smell.
There's no burn to the smell.
Oh, it's such a deep, rich smell. It's got everything in there, all the spices.
See, now I like to measure my rums against Plantation 5-year. That's a very standard rum.
Right.
And El Dorado 15-year is
Right,
Ooh,
which
I
is
like
a
that.
very
Nice
good rum.
sipping
I think we've
rum.
done.
I don't know if
those.
we've done El Dorado. I don't think we've done El Dorado.
We have to look back.
We'll have to do El Dorado.
That'd be a
We've
nice
got
sipping
some.
rum.
It's good. It's,
Oh, yeah.
We've, you know, there was a time that we bought, I believe we bought some Pussers, and then we bought a bottle of El Dorado,
Right.
and we drank that, and it was very fine.
We've set the standard
very
higher as we've gone.
Very high.
And we're constantly looking for new outstanding rums or even mediocre rums.
Well,
I get some surprising flavors.
Right.
Very
Boy,
asters.
well, without more ado, folks, let's have a sip.
They're
They're
hard.
hard. Oh, that's smooth.
Oh, that's smooth, folks. Mmm.
Wood.
Wow.
Wood and spice and vanilla.
That is as smooth
And
as
it's
it
like
comes. And it
right
has
down
just,
your throat.
when you swish it around, you do get the slight burn, but it is,
Does
but
it
it's
burn?
not. It's not a sharp burn. It's a very faint burn,
It comes
like
after
even
the
a mild
flavor.
pepper almost.
Right.
But it just goes away really quickly.
It just continues to evolve on your tongue, and I don't know exactly how to describe the flavors. It's just
Yeah,
very unique flavors.
outstanding.
Yes,
Outstanding.
Now, keep in mind now that Kirk and Sweeney is not infused with any sort of extra stuff.
Right.
It is the flavor of the
And
rum.
it is a true 23-year rum.
Yes, that's 23 aged.
And this will be the first time I've tried this rum. I think it's very nice.
Oh,
Yeah, Captain and I, this is our second bottle of the 23.
Yeah, we don't actually go through it that
No,
much because
we,
it's a very special
We use
rum.
it for special occasions, you
Yeah.
know, for a birthday or for a holiday. We'll bring it out, and
Yeah.
for very special occasions is what the captain and I do. And I think if Captain Turner is so kind to have another party this year, I think we'll bring some.
Well,
of this.
perhaps so.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I know.
Just for the rum.
We did have a friend one time who took a sample of it and said, "Why, this is mediocre rum. I think I'll pour it in a Coca-Cola."
Oh.
Well, unfortunately,
Boom!
yes.
I shot him.
Well, no, you
No, I
took the
didn't.
boarding axe to him, and I see him every
Give him
once
the
in a
axe. I
while.
did a Lizzie boarding action.
I see him every once in a while on the corner over by the Walmart, missing half his skull, with a sign that says, "Will work for cheap swill."
You take the middle of the road rum,
Yeah.
and you mix that with your colas or whatever. But
Yeah.
this be for
You
sipping.
never
This is
mix
the
Kirk and
finest.
Sweeney.
This is one of the finest rums you'll
Oh,
ever
nice.
find. And like I said, this is, we hadn't planned on doing this episode,
Smooth.
but Captain Turner had never tried it. We've talked about it in quite a few episodes.
Yeah.
So we thought,
Why not?
What to teach.
It'd be very smooth and a nice woody flavor.
Yes.
I don't taste an overwhelming caramel or vanilla or anything like that. It'd be just its own woody, rummy flavor.
Now the tag is quite interesting. It says U.S. Coast Guard, Kirk and Sweeney vessel, Dominican Republic origin, Long Island, New York destination, 867 cases of rum cargo, sail schooner type. remarks. 8 persons on board. January 13th, 1920 something.
Oh, it's a Rum Runner caught by the Coast Guard.
003, batch number, bottle number 11,758. I wonder if there's any
Nice.
credence to that.
Could be. Well, I'm sure it is. Doubtless, the Coast Guard officers decided to sample a bit of it just to make sure it was quite good rum and not something else.
That's right.
I gotta make sure it's not just tea.
Yeah, that's right. One last
Very
Yarhar,
nice,
friends.
Yarhar.
Oh, Kirk and Sweeney, friends. Worth every single drop. That to me is what rum is.
That is the smoothest of the smooth
Yeah,
of
very,
rums.
Very good.
Very good.
The
Complex.
creme de la creme of rum.
Mhm.
Wow.
Which brings us to the inevitable.
And it's, here's the thing, it's not overly sweet, it's got that dryness to
Right.
it.
Yes, it's
It
not
doesn't
overly
taste
sweet.
like they added a lot of sugar to it, which
No.
a lot of rums, even some higher end rums, they will add quite a bit of sugar just to
Right.
make it more easily palatable.
Yeah.
But this doesn't taste particularly sweet.
Well, people in modern days now like things that are sweet. Think of all the
Right,
energy
true.
drinks that are full of sugars and stuff.
We're used to processed foods which have so much sugar added to them.
Yeah, yeah. Just to try to get you to eat them. I mean, even things like dog food, which has quite a bit of sugar in it, to get the dogs to eat it. You know, it's really great to actually sample something that doesn't have an overabundance of sugar or sweetness in it.
Very nice.
Very good
It's a good
flavor.
rum.
The woody.
What would you give that as a cannon blast?
I'd give that a good 4.5.
Yar, yar.
Now, as far as a perfect rum goes, this to me is as good as it gets. I have yet to find anything that's better. And I would agree with the 4.5 on that. Now, Bumbo's my favorite. This is my second favorite, but this is actually probably the top rum.
I think I prefer this to the Bumbo, to be honest with you.
Bumbo is a little bit sweet, and this is not so sweet.
And the Bumbo, the sweetness in the banana, this is just the flavor of rum.
With a little bit of
the-
vanilla and
A little
cocoa.
vanilla, and you really taste the charred wood from
Yes.
the bourbon barrels and things like that. It's very
Yes,
nice.
And it's almost like a sherry, and I think the first time we tasted it, we said that it was very much
Yeah,
like
we
a sherry.
thought there was a woody sherry flavor
Yes.
to it that was quite rich and deep.
But at the same time, it's definitely a rum.
Oh yes, definitely that rum flavor. I like bamboo. I remember watching my sister pour out
Draft or
a
draft.
huge draft of bamboo.
She drank half the bottle.
She barely drinks anything, and then she drank an entire bottle.
About half a bottle of bamboo.
Yeah, half a bottle.
That'd be a lot of rum.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
She loved it.
Um,
We'd sit there and we'd be talking to his mother, and we'd be drinking the bamboo.
you pouring it down.
Oh, yeah.
Good Catholics always drink lots of booze. So, now friends, I personally, no, 4.5.
Right? 4.5.
I'd say
4.5.
4.5.
I would give it 4.5 too. I've never had the perfect rum.
Right.
But when it gets to it, 23 years old, come on.
It'd be very nice.
Yes. I would say 23 is Kirk and Sweeney 23 is really close to being probably my prototypical perfect rum that I would show someone if they'd come over and they're like, well, I used to drink this Bacardi 151 and I threw up all over my boyfriend's lap when I was drinking it, and I haven't had any rum since, and I hate it. I mean,
I don't
like,
even
well,
think they make that anymore.
I hope not. And I'd be like, well, you've never had some of this here. Let me pour you out some of this and really enjoy it.
This is a
People
rum.
who say they don't like rum, I don't think if most of them have had real
No, this
they
is good,
haven't.
and the
No.
price will scare people off because,
Right.
like I said, this is a $55 to $60
But
bottle.
it's worth every drop.
It is.
well
It's
worth it.
well worth the
That's
drop.
worth every drop. I would recommend folks to get a bottle of this to keep in your drawer, in your closet, and when you have special occasions, come and pour it
Or
out.
special friends.
Or special friends, pour it out and say, look, I mean, it's very smooth, it's very rum tasty, but by Gumby, it's one of those flavors that you owe it to yourself, to enjoy. It's sort of like skydiving, or wrestling an alligator, or eating a giant 32-ounce steak, or
Take a hot air balloon.
hot air balloon ride, or having sex with a robot. It's one of those things where you've got to do at least
Robot.
once in your life. do yourself a favor and have some Kirk and Sweeney 23.
Yar.
Yar. And
Yar.
Be a pirate.
We be a pirate too.
Right. Don't let anybody kick you down.
Don't let anybody
stand up
feed you
for yourself.
swill.
And don't let anybody give you shake rum, which we've had plenty of people do. Never let anybody give you shake rum. In fact, for that matter,
No.
tell them the fact. It's like, you think this is good rum, you got to have the Kirk and Sweeney.
If you don't love it,
spend the money,
don't drink it.
Don't drink it.
right? And have a good time and enjoy yourself, and most of all, be a pirate.
Yar.
And smooth sailing to you all.
Smooth sailing to you all.
Yar.
From the pirate round. Yar har.
Mm.